Oh, okay. I think I'm live. All right. One of these days I'll figure out when I'm actually live and when it's telling me something else. Anyway, hello everyone. It is Topic Tuesday, and today we are going to talk about the fact that we control our environment. And your environment is not just your physical space that you live in and that you work in, etc. It is also about your what you what's in your calendar. It is also what you feed your body and what you feed your brain. And I really want to talk about that last one today, actually. Um, sometimes when, not sometimes, I think almost everybody, when they start to realize they have ADHD, and we all do the deep dive, right? There tends to be a lot of focus on the struggles, right? The things that are hard, the things that we, can't do, the things that are at least, difficult. And sometimes it's really easy to get stuck in that. And one of the bigger challenges I have with coaching clients, for example, is when they come to see me, people hire me because they're struggling. But there's sort of this misconception that they're going to come in and I'm going to like fix everything for them. And that's not how it works. ADHD is something that is, for life. It is something you'll be living with for the rest of your life. But that doesn't mean that's a terrible thing, especially if you start to focus on some of the good stuff too. I am not of the mindset of only focus on the good stuff and ADHD is a superpower and all that fun stuff. I think that it has its moments for sure, but it also has its struggles. And I think it's really important to really understand both and to understand how they impact you personally. One person's time blindness is not the same as somebody else's. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I know that many of you are like watching videos and listening to podcasts and all this stuff, just trying to learn a lot. And I get it. And I'm all for you learning a lot, especially about how it impacts you. But a lot of these resources are only focusing on what you can't do or the things you struggle with. And they don't focus as much on what your strengths are. And as a result, you tend to get very stuck in this place of, I can't do things. I definitely was in that place. And so I'm going to encourage you, if you are somebody who's been listening to a lot of podcasts or watching a lot of YouTube videos or TikToks or any of those things, to try to move it in a different direction. Pay attention to what you're watching. And if it is a lot of, we struggle with this and we struggle with that and we struggle with the other thing, maybe stop watching those for a little bit. Because it can really get you down, first of all. And sometimes we just need a break. Sometimes we just need a breather. Like I said, it is important for you to know what your challenges are. Absolutely. But sometimes we don't need to, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I want to say perseverate, but I don't think that's the right word. But we tend to overthink it a lot, and we just tend to focus so much on it that we can't see everything else. Okay, so I really want you to control the environment up here. Focus on things that are going to help you feel empowered. Focus on things that are going to make you feel good about your ADHD. Focus on things that will just make you feel more confident. Okay, I read 10 pages a day of a book that is, the book always has to be something that is like personal development or empowering or a biography or an autobiography of somebody that I really admire, because those things, it sets the rest of my day up to be way more positive. And I feel more empowered by that. So, and I know for a lot of you, reading isn't your thing. So I want you to try and find your thing. But I really want you to pay attention to what you're feeding up here, okay? In terms of media content. Maybe don't watch the news so much. it's a mess. And again, try to find podcasts or books or audiobooks or YouTube videos that are going to make you feel good about your ADHD and not bring you down because of it. ADHD is a complicated thing. It just is. But at the end of the day, for me, and this is me, I wouldn't change it because I love who I am and I love what my strengths are. And a lot of them are because I have ADHD. And I'm off on a tangent and I have ADHD. What do you want from me? Anyway, so focus on what you're putting up in here. If you know of any podcasts that focus on a lot of the positive, I know ADHD for Smartass Women tends to focus more on the positive, which I really love. But if you know of any others, I would love to know them. I want to create a resource for more balanced podcasts and YouTubers and things like that, so that you guys have more tools at your disposal for that. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a fabulous week so far, and I will, if nothing else, see you next Tuesday.